Okay. We conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while since I've done conversations with the Phumzile. Be it the video with myself only and not having a guest and having guests around. Sure, a lot has happened in the past few months. That got me not to do conversations and have shoots. I'm looking forward to start again, but I thought before I start again, maybe I should have this conversation with me, and sharing it with you, of course, people who have been part of my journey, people who've been part of conversation, my girl next doors and my boys next door. So I know when the hashtag started, it's always been the girl next door, where I am the girl next door, but I have met so many my people next door. So it's been a beautiful journey. So today what I want to talk about is slightly going back to the theme of 2023, which I did a video a live on Facebook where I spoke about the words of the year, because I don't do what do you call them, resolutions. Yeah, I'm a resolutions. So I started doing the words, word or words of the year. And I've also asked other people about what they do, and if they have words of the year, what does it mean? And we had a very nice session where people started sharing, their words of the year. I wonder how is that going. It will be interesting to know. So in any of my channels, I'm gonna post this video. Please do engage me and on the comments box, just to include, if you're still within the words of the year, what are you doing and how is it going? So mine were healing, boundaries, and courage. So those were my 3 words. My word, so when the year began, I was paying attention to everything that was going on, my activities or things that I would be part of, and making sure that my words are part of all those activities, or I am careful, as an example, there's been a lot of hurt, pain and anger, going on some part of my life. And in that, I would make a mental note, how I work around how I'm feeling and how I let go of the hurt, pain or anger, or whatever the situation that is happening at the time. If it's an activity that happens then, how I deal with it at that time, and how then continuously, look into it, how does it leave me feeling, if I'm still feeling hurt, if I'm still feeling like I'm angry or something, I would then put together, or I would just make sure, consciously make sure that I either remove myself from it or let go of the feelings, or deal with the situation at hand, and it's been going very well, and I think I've made progress and headway where healing is concerned, but obviously every day is a different day, every month is a different month, and obviously by the time the year ends, a lot would have happened. Boundaries, with boundaries, I think boundaries I've been doing very well. I must say I commend myself from making a list of the things that I personally was responsible for when it comes to boundaries, where I always wanted other people, to not do things that will affect me. I would always put into others, but I didn't look at boundaries that if I set a boundary, if somebody else breaks a boundary or my boundary, what did I do for or what am I doing, or what did I encourage, how did I engage any person for them to be able to cross the boundary, So I started taking responsibility on my side, where if I've set a boundary and for myself and for others, even if other people wouldn't know where I've never done, I have never been in a situation whereby I would set a boundary and tell somebody and say, this is my boundary. No. So it's been my boundaries, and some people wouldn't even know that I've set those boundaries. So, and if I feel like somebody is stepping on my boundary, they don't know, so only I know that, this one, has just crossed a boundary right there and there. So I started also paying attention to that. I will make an example. If somebody borrows money from me and I know that I also don't have the money, or even if I have money, but the money that I have is for certain needs, or whatever, like it's a money that I need, it's money that it has its own job, so it doesn't matter. So instead of me feeling bad that I don't know, like I can't say no, or I feel like, why do you borrow money from me? What makes you think I have it if you don't? What makes you think, I'll have all of those things, like, why do people, or why would this particular person think I have the money, So I then started also checking on those things, that is there something that I'm doing that says out there, money, Phumzile has money, or, money to borrow or to help others. I could just have money, but the money that I have, obviously it's money that I have because of, yes, I work, and yes, I have a side hustle, I sell, so yes, I would have money, but obviously there are needs, for that. It will have to meet some of my needs. So instead of me getting angry, or feel like people are stepping in like a boundary, with like, like, do we also know each other that well? Or, there's that. Yes, there's where somebody needs money because something is happening and it's hectic and they don't have a way out, and it's like really, really, really important, and possibly they wouldn't even think of asking me, So there's those people where, like, what, if this person is asking or borrowing money from me, like the reason possibly is bigger than just somebody borrowing money where we don't even have that relationship. The sun, using the natural light, so the sun in and out when it goes on and off, then the light is, the natural light is good, and then it goes, my video goes dark. But anyway, hope you will get the content and not be distracted by my lighting. So, but I started making sure that I don't then get angry or caught up into feeling like somebody's crossing my boundary, because I set the boundaries, not them, not the other people. So I started freeing myself, that if I don't have money, and if I can't borrow somebody money, or if I can't be where somebody's inviting me to be, or if I can't help, it doesn't matter. I'm just using money as an example. It's the easiest. If somebody needs a lift or needs, a car dropped somewhere, whatever the case might be, if I can't, I learned to free myself to be able to say, I can't, and I'm not able to, and I am sorry, without feeling guilty, without holding on to the feeling of me saying no, because me and saying no, my no's are like are bad. I'm bad at saying no. Other people are go like, hell no, I'm not that girl. So I'm still learning to say no. But now I can free myself to be able to say, I am sorry, I can't, and let go. If I can't, I can't, and let go. I have learned and I've done that so well. So I hope with this video also, having those conversations with yourself and empowering yourself, be it with your words of the year or with anything around your life. Hopefully this conversation will be also a learning conversation on your a learning tool on your side, or something you can look at like, what am I doing in my life that leaves me not feeling okay or happy, or what, because I really I've been on this journey of being better than yesterday, being a better version of myself and growing to a point of contentment where when I sit back and say I am content and know what does that really mean and feel. So this video or this conversation today that I'm dropping, it's more about that, look into our lives like that. So, coming from a coaching background, I get to talk to people like a lot. I get to be in structures where there's these conversations of, us as people still trying to, figure ourselves out, how to deal with things and all. So I'm using also conversations with the Phumzile as a platform to share, my tools or share things that I do that makes me be better than yesterday, be a best version of myself today, So then the third word was courage. So this has showed me flames. I think this year it's been that year whereby I was like, okay, I'm gonna have courage to raise my hand. I'll have courage to step up, because I'm this girl. I am the out there girl. People have this perception of me like, oh, no, girl has it all. Girl can, speak anywhere. Girl can, you call her, she's there, she does the things. But I've struggled with self-doubt, big time. I've struggled with self-doubt, and people don't know, and it's been something that has really helped me back in a lot of things. As an example, I have the certificate, NLP certificate, I have the coaching certificate, and coaching has been my passion. I wanted to be a psychologist. I always wanted to be in an environment whereby I'm helping others, to move from here. If you are here, how do we move you from the next level? It doesn't matter in what area of your life. So I've been passionate about that, and because I didn't do that at school, and yes, I did PR and it had psychology in it, Psych 1, 2, and 3. So I've enjoyed it, but coaching has been, yes, a passion, and I tried to let me get a certificate, let me get education so that I can qualify, what I can do. I can qualify talking to people. I can qualify myself in helping somebody. So when somebody says help me, then I can qualify. Yes, I'm qualified. But funny that I have not even used the certificate or the education that came with that, but it's always been me as a person who's interested in helping others, and in any conversation that I would have, I would make sure this is something that is in me. My conversation with anybody, it's never a simple conversation. I find myself, when I have a conversation with somebody, it becomes a teaching moment. I think because when I engage with others, I always watch or try and get what I can learn from them. So it's an in and out type of thing, because I feel like I feed of people, I feed off learning from others. So I do that all the time, and then instinctively when I'm talking to somebody else, I go to that point whereby if somebody is maybe asking how can I do, then I'm in there with try this, let's do that, or have you thought about this, or share a story, of maybe something that will have somebody like, oh, okay, actually that helped, that conversation just helped. So it's been me, but the courage to take my passion and maybe put it in a structured way of doing it, and where, okay, if somebody needs help, come, I am here to help. Put it in a structure and all that. I have not had courage, to do that. So that's one of the things that I've put courage there, because there's so many other things that I wanna do. But sometimes I doubt myself so bad. I'm like, would people listen to me? Oh, would people try this? Oh, would people come to me? So I've been going through. So courage is still one of those things that I'm still dealing with, and hence it will stay as one of the words of the year. But on the other side, I have been able, like me saying no, I have been able to have courage, to say no, have courage to, put myself first, and not worry about other people's feelings. But I've had courage now to live authentically as a Phumzile and do what Phumzile feels at the time and wants to do at the time. So yes, it comes with courage, but yes, it comes with other things. Somebody will say maybe it's something different, but sometimes for me to say no, I don't want to go, I don't want to do this, it will take a whole lot from me, hence that also I put it like courage to be truthful to me, to myself, to be honest with myself and have courage to also give people true me, and not like I would maybe just tell somebody a long story instead of saying, I know, dog, no, it's not working, or not interested, but I will like, yeah, but just have courage to, if that's how I feel, that's how I feel. I don't even have to explain myself, so I've been in that, but in a positive way, yeah, courage to actually do the things that I really want to do, set up the things that activities that I want to set up, build the business that I want to build, so so the word is still going on, it's still there. So my words of the year, so the three of them, healing, boundaries, and courage. So I'm still on a daily basis, making sure that I do check in, not on like a daily basis, but every now and again, check in with myself. Where am I in this? Because these are my words, were growing words, so that I can grow, into them. There's a saying that head people, so when you are healed, that you are better than yesterday. You wouldn't hurt others, because you are healed. So that's my inspiration, that's my aspiration. I aspire to be a healed human being, a healed mother, a healed friend, a healed aunt, a healed everything. It's just a healed human being, so that anything that comes into my life, and when it happens, I don't get triggered by anything that happens outside of me. Or if there are any triggers that are happening in my life, I'm able to deal with them from that space where I am comfortable, I'm healed, I'm not hurt. It could be a trigger, but I can easily be able to deal with that outside of me. It doesn't become that something that it gets heavy on me. And with that said, I recently lost my father, and sure, that was hectic for me. That was painful. I am not scared of death. I understand death. And with me subscribing to African spirituality, there is so much that one lens, that when somebody passes on, they become a beautiful ancestor on the other side. They become a beautiful guardian angel on the other side. So yes, it's a physical loss, but spiritually, their spirit will continue to live on. Their spirit will always be here. So I think I found comfort in that with when my dad passed. Yes, it was painful. Physically, yes, it took me through everything. And I think I did go through a bit of some kind of depression, where I didn't wanna, after a few weeks after the burial, after the send-off, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to see people. So it would be work. And I remember there were days whereby it still happens, where mentally I feel incapable of thinking beyond. As an example, I would have a task at hand, and it will take me longer to do, because I kind of like, I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to. I'm not understanding what I'm asked for. I am really not getting it, and it is things that in my profession or in what I'm doing, because it's something that I've been doing for a very long time. I've been in marketing, brand. I've been there. This profession has been part of my life forever. So part of me feels like I should know what I'm doing. I should be able to, when I get it, I know how to do this. But I've been finding myself struggling with like simplest things, ever, coming up with concepts and coming up with a campaign, like, what do they mean? What do they want? And I started writing down my feelings, and then I started looking into grief. What does grief do to you. And I started understanding that, okay, it's normal to go through some things, do shut down somehow when you are grieving, So I've gone through not all the stages of grief. Denial, I don't think I stayed there for a while. I think after Dad passed, I think I'm grateful that my mom made sure that before my dad is taken away, we were able to be there with him, while he has passed. I was able to touch him. I was able to say thank you. I was able to have that moment with him at that time. Oh, I'm feeling teary. But anyway, I'll hold it in. I was able to have that moment with him, touch him and not even be scared that, okay, now it's just his body. But I knew that his spirit is still in his bedroom here next to me. He's here. He has not left the house. He still sees me, Hence, I'm grateful for my belief, of African spirituality, because I was able to just connect with him at that level, to say, from here on, yes, I will cry. Yes, this is painful, but I will make sure that everything that you have taught me, I'll make sure that being born, from your seed, that will always keep you within me, So if I'm not gonna see you, I didn't prepare for this. So even if I don't see you physically, but I will be able to still, okay, thank goodness there's no lashes or whatever. I can just cry it all out the best way. Ooh, okay, there's no crying in the best way, but yes. Sorry, I just need just that moment. I didn't plan for this, so I don't have tissues with me or anything else. So I then just believed and trusted that my dad will always be in my heart. So if I were to miss him or need him, or he's with me. He'll always be with me. I am who he is, because he's my DNA. He's part of my DNA, and I'm grateful that I'm grateful for everything. So that took a turn, and I think I just stopped being actively being in my life. I don't know if it makes sense. I think after my dad, I think I just went into a space of, I am alive. If I need to wake up and work, I need to wake up and work. Then I will just do that. But I'm physically there, but I'm not there. A lot more happened after that. Painful stuff happened. After that, I think I'm still dealing with those things, and new things that I need to heal from, new things that I need to deal with. Slowly but surely, so I'm getting there, and not taking away that grief takes forever, and losing somebody, it doesn't change. The feeling will always stay there. It's just that one will grow around the pain, will grow around the loss itself. So I will always feel like I've lost somebody in my life until I join them on the other side. And I know this because with my brother, when I lost my brother, I think I started understanding grief later on in my life. Then I think life went on, because I think it's been over 16 years since my brother passed. But funny that in the past, if I may say, in the past 5 years, that's when grief grief and the pain of losing my brother really struck, when I was like older and wiser and going through life. And yeah, I would just start crying and all that. So I've been through that. So I know that even with Dad, I might be feeling stronger now, but I know days will be different. Times will be different. And now where I'm at, I started I joined a program. It's called 21 Days of Abundance, but focusing on money mindset, growing in that space where one finds ways of changing their mindset when it comes to money, and I'm gonna share more. I'm gonna have another video talking about that, but just part of me coming back and sharing this conversation with you guys. And now I'm gonna go back and invite people that were part of the podcast and those other people who were supposed to have been interviewed by now. So I'm gonna go back to them. And me doing this video is just showing up, to say, okay, I am here, I will do this. And if wherever you are, you're going through something in life is just not happening for you, just believe this. Focus on yourself. Try to do the work, internal work. It makes a difference. Me starting the 21 days, the first challenge was to a gratitude day where we write down 50 things or names or anything. It could be anything. 50 things that you are, 50 things or 50 people that you are grateful for, So it was a day of gratitude. You're writing that list. I even went beyond 50. And it was so empowering to even be able to be grateful for things that you will take for granted, just being alive, I know sometimes as people will always say we should be grateful to be alive, but we do forget it. You wake up, you just go on your day. You wake up, okay, there are those people who pray. I don't wake up in the morning and pray. I don't wake up in the morning and say anything and say, thank you God, I'm alive, or thank you very much, I am here, I'm alive. I don't say thank you every morning for still having life, still having existence. But when I wrote that down, oh my word, I started feeling this I cannot even explain, it doesn't have a word, but I also felt light, and a lot of other things came into my mind, that I have a chance, to make a difference in other people's life. I have a chance. I'm still here, by the way, I'm alive, and there's my partner, there's my kids, there's my family. There's still people who can still enjoy or see me and have time with me, enjoy me for being part of being here in the world, So I am a number. I am somebody who's here, who has a role, who has a purpose. Me being alive, for my kids is a blessing, because they can still, get the love from me. They can still get the help from me. They can still, get the wisdom from me. They can still, if they make mistakes, or even they fall off the wagon, they still have me to pick up, And then I start looking back, I'm like, now I know how it feels when you lose somebody. The pain is more about all of those feelings that comes with that. I started feeling vulnerable with my dad not being here to say who would protect me, who would I speak to, about the things that I would speak to. Only my dad, only my dad. Because goodness, I have friends, I have family, I have a lot of people in my life, but my dad played a different role, a big different role, where I've been that girl who speaks to my father about anything, anything, whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. With other people, I will talk to them. Sometimes I share, or I will come from a point of I want to be right, or I know what I'm talking about. Or with my dad, it was different. I could be myself. I could weep, I can cry, I can feel however way. But when I'm with my kids, I need to be showing them that I'm good, I'm able, I can, and I'm strong, I'm this. So with my dad, so obviously we have different relationships. So I had a very different relationship with my dad. As much as I have a different relationship with my mom, So those are the kind of things that I've been dealing with, and sure, to this day, it's still a journey, and it's still my life that I need to live. And I'm hoping that with conversations with Phumzile from now on, it will grow to one of the places and the spaces where people will find healing, people will find courage, people will find ways of going and living their lives and try to be better than who they were yesterday. So I am grateful for the program, because I'm able to do this video today, you know, and hopefully I'll upload it as soon as possible. And I want to be grateful for people who've been, you know, rooting for Conversations with Phumzile and always being followers and friends and subscribing and sharing the content that is out there. So I also want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm looking forward to also your help to help me grow this channel, to help me grow the path that I'm in, to help me navigate the gifts that I have, you know, navigate this, because through people who are part of me and part of Conversation, I will be able to exist, you know, for a reason, and not just exist by mere effect of being here. So I'm looking forward to having more conversations that heal, and I'm looking forward to bring you guests that will help, you know, you will to deal with anything that you're dealing with, or bring information that could be helpful to your life, to your family, to your kids. So I'm looking forward to a whole lot more, you know, that will come with Conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. So yes, this is me. So remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're finding this for the first time, hey, you are lucky, because you can then just go back to where all this started and then follow us, and I would really love to know if you do that. And those who are being friends of Conversation, please continue to share the word, continue to you know, tell others to subscribe, you know, and don't just view the video, just make sure that you like it, because so that I would know in terms of the content if the content makes sense and is the content that you are looking for. So if you just watch and then you don't like, it shows that maybe the content is not really making sense. So if you do like the content, please do, and if you don't, just make a comment to say, hey, maybe do this better, or I would like to know about this, or please maybe try and add 1 2 3 4 5. I am here as a vessel, and looking forward to having more conversations that help. Conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. Thank you.